So after working with international clients, I've come to realize that there's one specific thing that really sets you apart um, when actually communicating and talking with them. And that is actually the way you speak with them, right? Your actual accent, your tonality, the way the way you speak, the way you communicate effectively. I mean, I had someone ask me here, um, how can I get my accent to sound American? And I think that's not the it's I get it. I understand the thought process, but I think it's not about sounding American. It's more so sounding international, if I could say, because you need to be able to be understood by someone in the UK, someone in the US, someone in Australia, someone in Denmark, someone in Germany, whatever it may be. So it's not about necessarily having an American accent per se. It's more about having an international accent where you're able to, someone else is able to understand what you're saying, right? Because obviously there's people have thick accents, right? Maybe it's a bit thick, the accent's a bit thick, and it may be hard to understand, and that genuinely will hinder your ability to, what can I say, close deals because it's not even a it's just the communication barrier thing because sometimes you'll for me at least there's been times where I tend to like cut the ends of my words, right? Tend to cut the ends of it, and so I don't finish my sentence completely, so it doesn't make sense. Then someone will say, huh, what was that? What did you say? And then it's like, oh, now you have to repeat yourself like a dummy, right? Because you didn't clarify properly what you've said. And it's like, oh no, maybe they should hear better. Like, what do you mean? What do you, if you can communicate effectively, then it's all gravy. It's all good because then things can go better, right? And so I've noticed the big thing is slow down. I like to speak fast, right? I like to speak fast. And the thing is, you need to slow down and really focus on, your enunciation and being able to just say each word and each syllable so that the person can hear what you're saying. And if ever you need like help or understanding of how, I don't even know how do I sound? Literally, you see how I'm recording this video? Record yourself. And after you record yourself, listen to yourself and hear yourself and understand, okay, this is what I sound like. This is what, right? And then you can compare it to whatever movies, series, or whatever from the US, from the UK, from wherever. Obviously, you know their accents generally, you know their accents, you can practice their stuff and actually use the way that they talk to actually help you to better your English and your communication, right? Because personally, for me, the reason English is easy for me is because that's all I know. I know a bit of Zulu, but like in Afrikaans, sometimes, yeah, that's even skeptical. But like English is my only language, if I could say. So it's like it's easy for me. It rolls off the tongue because that's all I've spoken my entire life. So English is I can speak it. And because I grew up in a private school, I went to private school, so I was like, okay, cool. You get to chill around white people and everything, then you get to pick up the way they talk. So, but for you, it might be a different case. You may have to actually go and practice and actually record yourself and actually go to someone and ask for feedback and say, hey, look, I know this is weird, but how do I sound? Go to someone and be like, how do I sound? Ask them, hey, you know, I'm trying to improve my communication and improve my English and be able to communicate more effectively. It could be someone random, someone this, your brother, your whoever, someone can critique it and say, you need more work on this. Simple as that. And you just keep cross-referencing and practicing, and then you'll just get better. I'm not saying that, oh, tomorrow you're gonna sound like, I don't know, Captain America. But you're gonna get better over time. And what's that gonna do? It's not necessarily saying you must change your accent. If you have a specific accent, you don't have the accent like me, it's fine as long as you are communicating effectively. That is the aim of this entire thing. It's not about can I speak all posh and posh and posh. It's not about that. It's not about like it's about you communicating effectively. If ever you have something knowledge and you're trying to provide this service or this thing to this person, and they can understand you clearly, and what you're saying makes sense, that's how you're gonna get better. If you want to improve your accent, all you just do is you watch the things. I watch a lot of shows. I watch like Geordie Shore, or like you'll watch these things and you'll pick up accents. Be like from Australia, mate. I'll be down. Like you'll pick up all these accents and stuff like that. Pick them up. Watch these movies. Watch these movies and do these things, and then just practice and practice and practice. That's how I did it. I imitated things as a kid all the way. Like I just imitate. That's how you learn. It's practice. It's practice. You know how to walk because you practiced. So that's all it is. It's just practicing how to speak clearly, enunciating your words, slowing down, and being able to speak clearly. If you listen back to yourself, even when you're recording sales calls, listen back to that. When a client says, sorry, what was that? Point that out and be like, oh, what did I say here that made them ask me to repeat myself? Okay, I said this and this and this. Let me write that down so that I know, okay, these are the words I usually flop with. Let me write that down so that I know. Because like I said, I like to chop the ends of my words. And I'm working on that to try and finish the full thing, especially if you're young with slang and everything. And even if you're older generation, there's slang and all that stuff. You have to realize that once you enter that business environment, that slang stuff there's a cap. There's a cap to where you can use slang and stuff like that, you know. At first interactions, you have to exude some sort of professionalism.
Hey, Kaz, I'm sorry, man. I got one more question for you.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so we have a client here where we have one Indy, and my guy had already been talking to this lady.
You scroll all the way to the bottom,
Settings.
and then the fifth one from the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what did that say? Appointment confirmed AI. Let me see what that says. Appointment confirmed. Okay. All right, I took that out. So, I just left it. I left it alone. Okay.
Okay.
That'll work. All right, Cass. Thank you, man.
All right, sweet. Did my phone stop recording? Let's see. Oh, it did. Y'all got the whole call? Damn, I don't even know where I was at. So yeah, literally speak clearly, enunciate your words. And you literally just heard like a snippet of a call with the client. It was just quick back and forth. You can't make that up. Gosh. But anyway, you guys saw it in real time. No cap. That was dope. Anyway, you get the point. Like the video. See you next time.